up an amp, you can give us a little Dunkin' Good lately?
Yeah, that or the, who's that, with the, Back to the Future? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure, and again, couldn't do it without everyone's help, and that's really, that's an honest fact, just one person, but I think everyone here can learn valuable lessons that will serve you in your career, whether your career lasts another week or another, 10 or 20 years. And fortunate that I had a lot of experience before I got here that kind of gave me a basic idea of what needed to be done. And clearly Charles here is a guy I worked with for a long time, and he was a guiding light for me through the whole process. And we talked this morning, Neb, about people who are afraid to call and reach out for advice. And I tell you, no matter what position you're in, whether you're working in a cubicle or a little office as a CEO, never be afraid to pick up the phone and ask for advice. And that's really getting the best advice. Not just me, but my ability to reach out and have a Rolodex and call people. Getting the very best advice was a critical element to getting through it. And the other thing is to stick to your guns and not be afraid if the course you're taking isn't immediately popular. That was an issue for our board. There were a lot of things that we did early on. There was no obvious evidence that what we were doing was the right thing. We were taking losses, no one else was doing it. The guy not down the street's not doing it. We know how that for children, someone else isn't doing it, right, little man? And ultimately, the lesson here is that, going through the process, sticking to your guns when you know in your heart that it's the right thing to do, ultimately that will pay off. But don't ever, throw in the towel and say, this isn't, there's no obvious proof here that I'm doing the right thing. And that, as I said, ultimately that's what allowed us to have an outcome here that no one thought was possible. We knew it was possible. Don't give up and don't compromise. But again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I couldn't ask the word for a good thing.
Okay, you're not done yet. Turn the mic over to Michael Cook.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's, you made a comment, you were just one man. Well, I know that the inspiration starts with the dedication and perspiration that happens at the top. There were many times that I found you here on a Saturday, and one of those particular ones I came to you and I said, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. And what you told me was that there were 634 families relying on you. So this, on behalf of the entire franchise and those 600 families, it's my honor, in gratitude, to present you with this.
For those of you on the phone, what Pat is now holding is the gratitude book that you all helped assemble with your pictures and your messages.
Well, thank you. After the deal got announced back in October 27th, I got a number of emails from employees with notes of appreciation, pictures of their family, and I PDF'd all of them and I sent them to our law firm. And I said that usually you guys take pride in the deal getting done. I mean, we had a very high-powered law firm we worked with. The top partner made $1,000 an hour. He's a guy that, Charles and I knew from 10 years ago. But they, you always think these lawyers, they look at the deal getting done, but I PDF'd all of that and I said, I just thought you and your colleagues would like to know, what's going on behind the scenes for what this deal means. And he shared, the photos, the emails with the entire staff at Morrison and Forrester. And I got notes from all of them saying they really appreciated knowing that, behind just, you know, the deal getting done, the fee, and the, you know, as I said, the kind of what, you know, a high-powered law firm would typically look for is, you know, satisfaction that they knew beyond getting a deal done, that it really impacted the lives of a lot of people. And I also shared those with Charles. And so having this will be a great, great keepsake for me, and it's beautiful. And I sincerely appreciate it, and, you know, it's, I don't know what else to say, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now we have to get back to work.
I'm now going to turn the microphone over to Charles Thayer, who was going to make some comments. Is that correct?
I didn't know I was.
Okay. Sitting up here. Charles with Chartwell Capital has been our corner man in this whole battle from the very beginning, in helping us search for new capital and devise a process that led us to today. He is brilliant and a wonderful gentleman, and I think Ike said he wanted to say some words, so I'm going to give you the nod. You're on it, Charles.
Well, I didn't know I was going to say any words. I guess I had the same notes that Pat had over here. That page looks blank. But I did look. I will say two things. I mean, this is very extemporaneous. One, I mean, I've worked in a lot of deals over the years with a lot of banks. As an officer under boards of banks. But you know, this group has been amazing, and it's really hard to tell you how much this. Working with Pat, I guess we've known one another 12 years. We've been through a lot together, but this was the toughest one. This is the toughest one. I guess the reason I was invited up here is because a few people know what I've done in the last month or so. And many of you will get an autographed copy, and anybody can have access to it. But for the first time, I've read the book. And there is a book about what Pat's done.
Okay, well, unless Pat wants to plug in and say done any good for us. No? Okay. I think the morning's festivities are coming to a close. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all you on the phones dialed in.
Thank you.
Doesn't get much better than this. It really does.
It really does.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great day.